Hey everyone, another Documenting the Journey episode, big week. As you can tell by the date stamp on this uploaded video, I'm recording this on a Tuesday, and these videos are meant to be Friday Fives, 5-minute breakdown, 5-minute review and reflection of the week on a Friday. But the weeks have been humming, so that's my first point of reflection to share with you, is that there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things churning. For Render Studio, to speak to that first, as mentioned in previous videos, we've soft launched in Melbourne, which means a whole lot of new things. You know, the reason why we've gone there and pulled trigger is that what we've built here in New Zealand and continuing to build with Render Studio in the New Zealand property development market is really getting cut through and traction. You know, we sort of position ourselves as reaching for the top in terms of industry, you know, quality, but pitching for that middle tier because we work with predominantly infill townhouse developers building 4 to 24 units. It's kind of like our bread and butter, our main focus. And so it doesn't make sense for them to spend 20 grand, 30 grand all of the time because these are first home buyer and investor properties. It's not always justifiable or feasible for them to invest. Sure, they might have that capital, although margins are questionable at the moment. They may have that capital and they may even have the desire, but you know, at the end of the day, service-based businesses should be providing tailored solutions that make sense to that customer. And so our customer is building double duplexes right up to 3 blocks reaching 20 to 30 units. That's kind of our bread and butter. Our customers are also building anywhere from 3 to 15 projects a year, and 15 is getting up there, but in terms of the type of developer that we're working with, our pricing and our quality is tailored to them. We're not doing $250 million apartments yet. We're not really doing 200 lot subdivisions. It's not really our style. We're not doing sort of just individual single dwellings for a group home builder. We are doing what we're doing, and it's working really well. And so the theory is, based on some other influences, that going to Melbourne, we can take that. The reason why we're going to Melbourne, you might ask, and not just Australia, is that Australia is essentially a whole nother planet compared to the market that we're working in. Melbourne itself, based on market research, is literally 10x the size of the entire New Zealand townhouse development market. And so we're going after one city. In New Zealand, what's worked well in our marketing and our brand is that we've always tailored our messaging to Kiwi property developers, and that word Kiwi has always had cut through. It's relatable. We're not sort of some offshore pitching here. We're also not massively luxurious that our branding, everything feels too high a tier. We're pitching to the Kiwi property developer building townhouses, and so to go to Melbourne means that we can use the same framework and test it over there. Without assumptions, we're not assuming anything going over there, that they're going to be just like here in New Zealand. We're going over there with open mind and open phone because we are just building data right now and researching. But the idea is that we can say and penetrate the market with our branding of, hey, are you a Melbourne-based property developer? Sounds really simple, but simple scales, fancy fails, right? So we're going to speak directly to that market, and we've got exciting stuff happening this week with our first Melbourne team member is actually starting this week, and so I'll share more on that in my next video this Friday. But very excited. Along with that growth, we are also along with that expansion, we're also continuing to grow here in New Zealand, and so we're getting referrals. We've had a couple of distressed projects come our way, which essentially just means the developer has gone to a potentially cheaper solution, or a solution that just promised that they'll do it in 4 days or something like that, and it hasn't worked out well for them. They've come to us through a referral, and we're now reworking that job. It's a great project. I'm about to share it soon. So we're continuing getting known for our brand and our reputation and our quality, which is really exciting. So that's Render Studio. On the townhouses front, the marketplace is working. The marketplace is growing. We've got more developers coming on board, more stock, more growth, which is enhancing and increasing our visitor rate through Google. And all of these things really for a marketplace is like action over time. So if you consistently do the right things with the right framework and you aim for the top, getting stock on board, getting supply, and then getting demand, the buyers, investors, then the marketplace is something that will continue to compound, much like my content, over time until it becomes a bit of a traffic behemoth and a magnet for the type of buyer that we're trying to go after. First home buyers and investors looking at a new build. townhouse. And so that's growing. Alongside that, we've really found that there are deeper pain points than just marketing your development. Now, don't get me wrong, every developer right now is either needing to pre-sell or sell down. Like that is a reality. But there is also the concept, the prospect of the future of sites that haven't even been developed yet. They're maybe being designed, but it's just not the right product for the market. But to make informed decisions over current and future developments, you need data, you need info, you need stats, you need to have real-time understanding over who's purchasing what right now. Is it 2-beddy with a study? Is it 3-beddy with a garage? What product for your market is fitting, and at what price is it not being listed at, but what price is it actually being signed on the contract for? Is there a cashback? Is there an incentive? And so we understand that this is an even more painful pain point that we want to address. And so we've got something that we are building in the background, which is very exciting, and it won't be too long until you see this thing hit the streets, hit your inbox, and hit your social feeds in another video from me. So rent a studio, townhouses, both in upward, both having growing pains in different ways, but seeing some really, really exciting things. To wrap this video up, the reflection on myself is that the quote keeps coming back to me in my mind: what has got us here won't get us to the next. So this comment has been ringing through my ears. As everything is growing, I'm feeling the stress on my system. I'm a high level creative. That's not like a badge of like I'm one of the top creatives in New Zealand. I'm nowhere near. I just mean that's where my strengths lie. I perform in a very creative way through strategic and visionary thinking. And so I build boundaries and structures and systems around my life to pretty much keep me in line and keep me potent, so that I'm not doing things that I'm not good at, so that I can focus on what I am good at. But those systems have got me to here, but I can feel that those systems need to be reevaluated and maybe re-strengthened for this next season. What got me here isn't going to get me to the next season of expanding to another country, growing townhouses, releasing another product. Like, to be able to go to the next level, I'm going to need new structure, new systems, and probably new clarity. So very exciting times ahead, a lot of cool stuff happening, and that's why I need to do these every week, because I could probably do these every day. So hope that was helpful for you. If it was scattered and unclear and or boring, then let me know in the comments, just roast me. Or if it was put together and you enjoyed those thoughts, or you have any questions, even if you just relate to it, like if you're under pressure right now and your system is like showing stress signals, then comment below. Let's figure it out together. But I'll look forward to updating you again this Friday when I actually do it on a Friday. See ya.